everybody, and welcome to Cinema Roulette. Welcome back to the second topic thing. Yeah.
Because we did have time to watch Guilty Crown again.
No, yeah, we've both kind of been really busy with work and school, so.
Well, Cameron's been with work, I've been with school.
Yeah.
We don't both have work and school.
Yeah. He has school, I have work.
Also, in case you missed the last episode, because this is in the present, we are now on Spotify and a bunch of our podcast apps. So you can listen with just your ear holes instead of your eye holes as well.
It's going to be interesting because we're going to mention this at 47 and then not again for the other movie ones until 57.
Oh, yeah, because the movie ones were recorded beforehand.
Yeah. But yeah, you can check us out on all the other, podcasting shit.
Except at the current moment, not Apple Podcasts. They have not accepted us.
Yeah, but which one are we on? How many? 4 or something like that?
If you count the website, we're on 5.
Oh, bitchin', yeah.
We're on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Radio Public, and Breaker.
Gotta get that exposure.
Lovely.
Hell yeah. But yeah, and once again, we have no idea what the topic is beforehand. You guys will, because you'll see the title of the video. But today we are going to spin for whatever the next topic is.
Yeah, because that's how this one works.
So yeah, without further ado...
I started the recording.
You're just now starting it, or you had...
of the screen recording.
But... You're not just killing time so you can start the recording, right? You are actually recording.
What?
Anyway, are we ready to spin the wheel?
I'm gonna spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel!
And... spin! Well, this one's about to get really meta.
Ooh, okay. What is it?
We're talking about video essays.
Oh, shit!
The good, the bad, the clickbait.
Yeah.
See, there you go. There's your fucking episode title.
Yes. Yeah, good job. That was impressive for on the fly, honestly.
Especially with half-awake-isms. I'm going to hit stop recording the screen now so I don't make a fucking 5-minute video again.
You didn't really have to announce that.
Anyway, video essays.
I know you were the one that came up with this topic, and like I said, I think this will be kind of a 2 or 3 part discussion, yeah? The good, the bad, and I guess clickbait will fall under the bad category. So what should we start out with first? The good of video essays or the bad of video essays?
Well, first, I think, because in this situation, you're supposed to treat your audience like they're 5, we should explain what video essays are.
All right, I'll let you take that away.
Okay, think of an essay you'd write for school, but it's a video now. I know, complicated concept.
Yeah, where you show clips from said movie and occasionally do a voiceover. Or mostly do a voiceover, I should say.
Yeah, 95% of the time. But then there's people Now You See Me. Now You See It. Now You See Me is the movie with magicians.
Yes.
That you constantly confuse with something. Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can, that's it.
Is that actually... Hold on, I'll double check. Yeah, Now You See It.
Yeah.
Which I'll mention later because they did a really good Joker video essay.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, video essays have been for a couple of years now, have been a rising sort of genre, I guess, on YouTube.
I know when you first started again, and you were into them a little either around or before the time they started getting huge, because I remember you messaged me one day and you were like, man, there's just so many video essays popping up on YouTube nowadays.
Yeah, where did I start? Because Lindsay wasn't doing it right away.
No.
She's one of the... Well, okay, I think the person who really popularized...
Good job.
I just woke up. I'm sorry if my English is bad. was Every Frame a Painting.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
They are, and they've been done doing those for a good couple of years now.
Oh, they stopped doing them?
Yeah, I think it's I actually forget what their last one was. But they basically just said on Twitter at some point, like, yeah, we're done. We're just done.
That's fair.
But they're kind of the ones who started getting the ball rolling. At the same time. But after that...
Hold on. You said get the ball rolling and then something the same time?
I'm trying to type and talk at the same time, and my brain is not letting me.
Okay, because your internet like broke up for a split second, so...
Thanks, internet. Yeah, their last video was about the Marvel Cinematic Universe and its music.
Yeah, that was a fantastic one. Because it was so true at the time. And I think it was probably...
I mean, it's still true.
It is, but like after that video came out, I think they started having some more recognizable themes in the movie.
Yeah, they started using the Avengers theme more often, and people, of course, in the comments don't realize that nowadays. It's like, what do you mean? They use the Avengers theme like all the time now. It's like, yeah, that was after this video.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's arguably the only piece of recognizable music from the entire at least the only recognizable piece of original music from the entire Marvel franchise.
Yeah,
because like there's Immigrant Song for Thor, which is fucking awesome, but like when it comes to orchestral pieces, that's the only melody that I like. Oh yeah, that's the Avengers theme.
And then after that came a slew of people. One person I didn't really know about was what's his name? Movies with Mikey.
Mm.
That's the guy I showed you with the Batman question.
Yeah.
And he has great Edgar Wright videos, which makes me really intimidated to do another Edgar Wright movie on this podcast because of like, I'll just want to quote him.
Yeah.
He covers those films so fucking solidly. There's Lindsay Ellis, who's doing pretty great stuff making fun of Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Folding Ideas has at least like one very interesting video essay a year. Captain Christian has really good short video essays. There's a bunch of topics to cover nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But it's basically just an intellectual way of being like, this is why this is good, or this is why this doesn't work.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a review, but in essay format.
Yeah, basically. So, because that is separate from, you know, quote unquote movie reviews like Nostalgia Critic does, for example. So it's a different type of format than that, really.
Yeah,
because like people like Nostalgia Critic and that they mostly quote like riff on movies. They don't really, you know, review them. Like they do have points to it, but that's more like they joke around about it. So.
Man, with Lindsay Ellis, I think it'd be really cool if she like crossed over with Nostalgia Critic.
Oof. Yeah, it's kind of interesting that after she broke up with that, when that whole thing happened, like that's actually when she started becoming really good and kind of becoming her own thing.
Well, even before that, she was actually really good. If like checking out Loose Cannon, that's a very fun and interesting series.
Loose Cannon is great, but I'm saying like she started out as quote unquote the nostalgia chick, but then she kind of did her own.
What do you mean? That never happened.
But then she kind of did her own thing, and it was super good actually.
And then there's Brows Held High.
Yeah, they're good.
Owen Citizen, I think he goes by now. I'm going to double check just so I'm not saying his name wrong.
I like Brows Head High, or at least what he's called nowadays. He's really good.
Yeah, he also does really good video essays and deserves more credit.
Yeah.
Okay. Kyle Calgren. That's what he goes by now.
Okay.
And he has a lot of good, interesting video essays. And he tried to do one on Antifa, but he really got fucking annoyed with the comment section.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Got a lot of those toxic people, obviously.
Yeah. Sorry,
You're fine. Yeah, they're all great. So go check those guys out. If
you're going to hear a quick, loud slapping noise. Give me a second.
Okay, trying to wake yourself up.
Yes, because I need to focus for a topic episode. Because I'm trying to figure out where to go.
I guess we should talk about like what the good of it. I think we'll start with the good of it and like why video essays work, I guess.
I don't know if you could just go into why they're good. It makes sense if you want to know more about film or whatever the topic is.
I guess so, but like the format works because it's kind of a more in-depth, I guess, discussion about film than like someone who's just riffing on a film. It's like a more in-depth, and like a lot of times
more in depth than say like a stupid podcast where people just talk about their first impressions with a movie.
Yeah, but a lot of times, like most of the time, it's like analyzing the movie instead of just simply reviewing it or riffing it. It's analyzing it, like giving background on the production, which I always find fascinating, especially in Lindsay's videos when she gives like production background and all that stuff. And it's just
I think it also, besides just being a review, it can also focus heavily on why something works in a film.
Yeah, like, and it a lot of times it goes into the themes of the film and why it does or does not work.
Like Lindsay's woke Disney video talking about Disney trying to be progressive while also giving off really bad ideas.
Mm-hmm.
No, the bank isn't against people. It's just a few bad apples in the bank.
Right? Yeah, go fuck yourself. But yeah, they're really good ways of like covering movies or TV shows or different things. So because Lindsay does both.
Even music, it can be covered really well. Captain Christian, that's both those have K's in case you're trying to look him up.
Mm-hmm.
He did a great video on the Gorillaz and explain why it's so interesting how they mix and mash music genre.
Yeah, and I was never a huge fan of them, but I do like them. I think they're fine.
I enjoyed finding them around high school, so that way now I listen to just fucking the weird. I'm stuck in alternative hell.
So every music genre ever made.
What do you mean? Alternative is very easy to describe. The same as cult films. It's not hard.
Yeah.
I think if you do want to get into films, watching good video essays is a smart thing to do. It allows you to really learn how to talk film, in a sense.
Yeah, and I mean, because we've both gone to college. You're going to college. I went to college for this, and like that teaches you basically how to talk film. But like for those who like aren't going to college or whatnot, then yeah, it's a good way to introduce you to topics that would be discussed in film school.
If Mystery Science Theater teaches you how to make fun of films, video essays can teach you how to talk about them.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, it's a fantastic format, and yeah. Is there anything else you want to say?
It can get lazy.
Yeah.
Like, there is the stereotype of, okay, throw in the lo-fi music, and now you're going to talk about this film for 30 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, there is a lot of really good, really in-depth video essays that I do recommend checking out, that we both, I guess, recommend checking out, but...
I think a good place to start is Captain Christian, because I'm just going to quickly check over his stuff, and I don't think any of his videos go over 10 minutes.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
Nope, okay, I was wrong. 2 of them out of, 30 go over 10 minutes.
Okay.
His longest is 15,
Oh, wow! Really
yeah, he talks about...
there.
about like how
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo
Guillermo del Toro.
how Del Toro makes his monsters, David Fincher's invisible editing tricks,
Yep.
the 3 rules of living animation in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, or even talking the rise and fall of Newgrounds, which I don't know why that video makes me tear up.
Well, it was part of basically both of our childhoods, man.
It's not that, it's the way he talks about it that's just like so humbling. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Newgrounds was a great platform for a lot of animators, on a side note, to get recognition.
Yeah.
Like, that was like where, Ego Raptor and a bunch of other people started, was Newgrounds.com.
Who's Ego Raptor?
Oh, yeah, you're right. He kind of disappeared off the face of the earth a few years ago. I forgot.
And also before we move on to the bad, Now You See It he's been around for a good while. I think he was one of the first people I subscribed to.
Oh, nice.
But he's recently stopped talking during video essays because he does it in an interesting way where he intercuts interviews and talks behind the scenes, and in order to tell you like what the essay is about.
Mm-hmm.
He did a recent one of Is Joker Cinema, and the way he intercuts like talks with Robert Downey Jr. talking about Marvel films, Martin Scorsese talking about what he declares is cinema, and talks of the creating of Joker.
Yeah.
It's actually a very interesting essay. It's just called Is Joker Cinema. It shouldn't be hard to find, and it came out like, as of recording this, a week ago at most.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, he doesn't even do a voiceover. He just puts interviews and different kinds of like footage and stuff together, like back to back, and structures it in a way that it gets his point across.
It has some top-notch fucking editing.
Hell yeah.
And there's also showing that like video essays aren't just reviews. Lindsay has an entire thing of called The Whole Plate, which is going over the basics of film school using Transformers movies.
I know you've mentioned this in the podcast before, so...
We have, but I still find that hilarious, and how she even... it's still covered really well. Especially the male gaze episode, I really enjoy.
There's one with, like, the queer theory or something with Transformers or something like that.
She even opens that where it's like, how do you cover queer theory with Transformers? Very difficultly, or something like that.
Yeah, that whole series is hilarious and fantastic, so...
Every Frame of Pain is also a good place to start.
I really like them. They're great.
They're one of the reasons I found Satoshi Kon, so...
Oh, they were? Really?
Well, okay. Technically, that's not the truth, because Paranoia Agent was my first anime that got me into anime.
And I know I watched Paprika before you did and recommended you watch it, so...
Yeah. But they're the ones who talked about his editing style and his his like themes and animation. It's just so... I fucking love Satoshi Kon.
He's one of the greatest anime directors of all fucking time. He's fantastic.
That is someone who was so gone too soon.
Dude, right. Yeah, in case you don't know, he tragically died very early at age 46 with only 4 movies and one TV show under his belt. But they were all masterpieces, basically. Like everything.
Well, there was a JoJo movie, but we don't talk about that. But it's it was an OVA. Sorry.
Yeah, but basically everything that he touched was a masterpiece, and it's fucking fantastic. If you haven't watched anything Satoshi Kon, go do that.
Very good. Okay, then I guess there is okay. We need to decide if we're going to jump between the bad and the clickbait, because the clickbait is slightly different than a bad video essay.
Also true. Yeah, you know what? Let's cover the clickbait first. I think that'll take shorter than the bad.
I think clickbait will last longer than the bad because there's more to be annoyed.
I guess so. Yeah. Shit. Again, this is more of a loose thing. We kind of don't have a structure to these, so sorry if they're a little bit more loose than usual.
I'm trying to think what makes a bad video essay
Yeah.
before it becomes clickbait, like just not doing a interesting job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like because I mean, a bad video essay basically is just a lot of times it's just someone bitching about something without actually having a point to it.
That can even get into clickbait. Like, I'm thinking for bad of just... It's maybe bad is even too harsh sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Like the stereotype I said where it's just, oh, someone talking with lo-fi music.
Mm-hmm.
It's that, but having nothing new to say, I think.
Yeah, basically just being like super redundant and all that.
Yeah, redundant, or the one, I guess Game Theory technically counts as a video essay series.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Well, there's also film theory, so
I'm going to get to film theory because the one I'm thinking of is, and this is why I completely unsubscribed from the channel, because I was like, okay, you just turned into boring.
yeah.
If you like game theory or film theory, good for you. I don't. We can have different opinions. Don't worry.
Exactly.
But it was a Rick and Morty episode, and without spoiling Rick and Morty, in case you haven't seen it, all the things he says are like, yeah, if you watch the show, you know this.
Yeah, like this isn't any big revelation. The show straight up tells you this. It's basically just repeating what the show says, and the show said it without having to spell it out, like in the video essay. So that kind of loses the point.
Wow, it's almost like it's a visual media, and even if there isn't dialogue, you should still be able to tell, hey, this is what's going on.
Yeah. Or there's just video essays that are wrong. Like, Star Wars Last Jedi is an abortion of cinema.
Okay. With the popularity of video essays that kind of came around in the past, I want to say 5 years,
Uh-huh.
there have been imitators, and these imitators like to use YouTube's algorithm against it. So, instead of having some passion project talking about how much they love Hot Fuzz, instead it's a near 2-hour bitch fest about insert popular thing here.
Yeah, it's always, like, for some reason, 2 hours long. And they're basically just telling you shit. Where was I going with this? I had something, but then I didn't.
I believe in you.
No, you don't.
It's true.
It's just 2 hours of either them bitching or them telling you something you already knew. It's like, I didn't need this to be explained in 2 hours. You could have explained it in like 10 minutes.
Like, I'm probably going to be putting some people on blast without saying their name, because I'm assuming you're all smart enough people to know how to search something up on YouTube.
Yeah.
But, like, there's a why Shark Tale is a cinematic disaster. 33 minutes. Do you really need 33 minutes to explain why Shark Tale is bad?
No, you don't. And it's so stupid. And they're always super long, super drawn out, and either A, super obvious, or just them bitching about something without actually making a point of it. Like, oh, this is bad, not actually telling you why it's bad.
Yeah, well, no, they do tell you why, but if you think about it for like 10 seconds, it's a stupid reason to say something is awful.
Yeah, it's like very nitpicky or something like that.
I'm going to quickly say, Cameron has to shove up a time code. If not, jump, and if you're on the audio version, maybe jump. I don't know where to say a jump to.
I'll insert something in post. It's okay. I'll just say like,
yeah, just say time code. Basically.
Yeah. So jump to time code 27 minutes and 39 seconds. If you want to jump ahead.
Yeah. But I'm gonna spoil a bit of Gravity Falls because this was what made me start. There was one certain video essay. It wasn't an hour long or anything, but it annoyed the hell out of me because it was just wrong.
Yeah.
And a video essay is not instantly clickbait just because we don't agree with it.
No, we can disagree with something, but like, yeah.
But there was one about how Mabel is a terrible character in Gravity Falls. First off, I can understand if you're annoyed by Mabel. It's, humor is subjective. But what they brought up in this is, like, she's a massive dick to Dipper, and she never apologizes for causing Weirdmageddon, but still gets off scot-free.
And the point was like, oh, well, she caused Weirdmageddon because she's a terrible person. It's like, she was under emotional stress, and she was tricked.
The first one, it's... all this really yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me get my thoughts straight.
Sure.
It just all falls apart so simply when you remember she's a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, of course she's mean to her other sibling. Have you not seen little kids with each other?
Have you not had a sibling? You're dicks to each other.
Exactly.
This just happens.
It's just a thing that happens. It's like, oh, well, she never apologizes. Yes, she does at the end of every episode that she's a dick to Dipper.
She apologizes, and also, she caused Weirdmageddon, and fucking never apologized for it. Bill tricked her.
Yeah.
And she does apologize.
Yes. And again, she was under some emotional turmoil, went into the woods, and, Bill literally tricked her. That's not her fault.
Oh, but she was selfish. Yeah.
She's 12!
No. A child is selfish. Big fucking surprise.
Yeah. It's like, she's 12. Of course she's gonna be.
She's a preteen. Yeah, preteens are never emotional ever. They're such level-headed people.
Right. Jesus
fucking
Christ.
Hell. Or there's just... I can't find the meme because it would be really deep in my computer.
Uh-huh.
But it's something that says, this thing you like, it is trash, length, 1 fucking hour.
Right, yeah. This thing that you like is actually bad. Here's why. And that's basically
there is a way
of it.
Go on.
That's basically a good summary of bad video essays.
Or the clickbait ones at the very least.
Yeah.
Like, why Steven Universe is awful. Why Ruby is awful. Why Star Wars is an abortion of cinema.
It's like no.
No.
Yeah, it's always...
Anytime...
They always use, like, capital titles and stuff, too. Like, an abortion of cinema.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, quickly, name something popular. I just want to check.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones is bad. Oh, darn.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones is useless. And again, I don't know if some of these are just jokes or whatnot. I'm just seeing here. Indiana Jones is kind of a bad archaeologist.
Well, yeah, no shit.
Or, you know where this started?
Huh. CinemaSins?
Yes, CinemaSins!
Yeah, because they started that whole clickbaity thing.
Yeah, oh man. Well, they're the ones who started with nitpicking.
Uh-huh. Like, they started out kind of alright, but as the years went on, they became...
But that's when their videos were less than 10 minutes long
Yeah.
and didn't go on for fucking ever.
But then, literally, as time went on, they just became more and more nitpicky to the point where, like, it was just nowadays it's just all nitpicky bullshit.
Yeah, honestly.
Like, and it's just not interesting. Like, what was that one YouTube channel? Were we going on Film Theory where we just read all the different clickbaity titles?
Oh yeah, reading film theory or game theory, all its fucking obvious
Hello.
Hi.
There you go, you're back now. You said Film Theory and it's blank, and then you just cut out.
Oh, it's clickbaity as titles.
Yeah. It's fucking hilarious.
Wait, I will put most of the blame on fucking CinemaSins for having making 30-minute videos where it's just nitpicking every fucking thing in a movie.
Yeah.
And there's even videos talking about how some of these nitpicks don't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, where if you literally pay attention to the scene or you let it play out by 5 more seconds, it shows that that's not a problem, and they do explain it.
Yeah. But yeah, fucking here's some examples from Film Theory's thing here. The Dark Secrets of Cats. Film Theory exposing Black Widow's big twist. Film Theory. Can Disney steal Spider-Man? Film Theory. How to freeze Elsa. It's shit like that.
Like, I get it. I get people are fighting against the algorithm, and I get it's your job.
Mm-hmm.
But God, it feels so just lame in a way.
Well, that's fucking stupid. Film Theory. The problem with Baby Yoda.
With what?
Baby Yoda.
Oh no, a Star Wars nitpick.
Yeah.
At least it's not calling everyone's dumb SJWs, probably.
Yeah, right. But yeah, fucking shit like that is really fucking annoying.
It's really lame. And there is a way to do long essays.
Yes.
I think a good one is H. Bomberman's Sherlock video.
Yeah.
Even though that's near 2 hours long, it's still... The reasons he's giving to dislike the show aren't small and nitpicky. It's like, these mysteries don't make sense.
Yeah, it's H. Bomber Guy, not H. Bomberman.
Did I say Bomberman?
Yeah.
Oops.
It's okay. But yeah, it is literally, I think, near 2 hours. It's literally 1 hour and 50 minutes, but it's a very engaging essay where he goes through all of the seasons and points out, yeah, these are stupid because they're not really mysteries. It's just Sherlock figures out everything because he's just, God or something, and he can just tell when something's there. And he gives an example of a scene where it's like he figures out it was a boomerang, and it's like, how in the fuck did you come to that conclusion?
It's a fucking boomerang!
But yeah, he just looks at the scene. You don't even see the boomerang. It's like, yeah, a boomerang killed this guy. What? What? How did you draw? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. Sherlock just knows everything. It's not, like in the books where, it actually shows his steps of the deductive reasoning and all that. Like, oh, I saw this on your shoe, and so therefore you were at the park or something, and you're wet now, so blah, 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 blah. No, it's just he knows because he's Sherlock.
Because he read ahead in the script.
Yep. Exactly.
And I also don't want to just say, like, oh, see, if I mention a video essay person, that means they are always right.
Yeah, no.
That's not true. I don't agree with, okay, what was his full name again? Just so I don't say the wrong one.
H. Bomber Guy.
H. Bomber Guy. I don't agree very much with his fucking Fallout 3 video.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was really petty and nitpicky. I mean, Fallout 3 isn't, a completely indefensible game. I'm not going to be one of those types of Bethesda fans, but still, I feel some of it was like, yeah, it was one of their first attempts or whatnot.
Yeah, and for a first attempt, it's pretty damn impressive, if I'm being honest. Like, yeah, it's like the thing that he bitches about is like, oh, well, the opening is so slow. Why can't we just, get to the actual gameplay? And it's like, yeah, gee, that's almost like what the game intended with making you feel trapped and, what's the word I'm looking for? Like,
Claustrophobic.
That's it. Yeah. So you just want to get out into the world. Gee, it's almost like that was the whole point of the opening.
Or one of our favorite ones to nitpick outside of the podcast is fucking sequelitis when it came to Ocarina of Time. Where one of the main reasons that Ocarina of Time isn't that good is because you have to turn the camera, and it's so slow, and then you shoot the thing to do the puzzle. Gee, it's almost like it was one of the first 3D action games ever made.
And it still holds up, graphics-wise and gameplay-wise, honestly, for such an early 3D title. It's fucking impressive, but no, I have to move the camera in a 3D game. Yeah, that whole
arguments like that make it so that can make an essay so annoying and petty.
Yeah, and the whole thing too is just, you know, Aaron's just an 8-bit snob or 16-bit snob where he thinks that like that was the glory age of video games, and like when video games went 3D, they're just all terrible now because like every single Zelda game he nitpicks and shit.
Yeah.
And
did he even do it for Breath of the Wild? I don't know.
No, I don't think he did, but God knows he would have. But fucking, and I know we talked about this before too, it's kind of a side note, but it did start this whole kind of downhill trend where a critically acclaimed video game is actually retroactively bad. Like, everyone started doing that after Aaron put out that video.
Yeah, there was a huge spike in it, and I'd like to say again, I'm not saying like, oh, since it's a classic, you can't hate on it. It's a classic. There's nothing wrong with it. No, there are things to hate about classic games, movies, whatever. It's just when you pick the dumbest reason, that's when I'm like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Which,
it's just...
I realize...
go ahead.
No, you can go.
No, go ahead.
I'm realizing this is going to get slightly political because there is one main group of people who make video essays really fucking annoying.
Are you going to elaborate on that? Because I actually am not sure what you're referring to.
Well, were you about to say something before I do?
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say basically the same thing you already did, so I stopped myself. It's like, you know, these reviews are just nitpicky, basically. Like, if you're going to say a video, have an actual point or have an actual reason why something is bad.
Yeah. Well, for segue reasons, there is sometimes a point. And that point is the nice, good old-fashioned internet outrage machine. Where anything is and will be SJW propaganda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's like, oh no, we're portraying a gay character or a character who's into that to be lesbian. SJW propaganda.
It's not even that. Some of these are so fucking petty and stupid. It's like, there's a female lead? SJW propaganda.
Yeah, it's even stupider than I would have thought. But yeah.
There's one person for Ruby, and I forget their name, and frankly, I don't even want to remember it because...
Why? Is it because it's all female leads?
No, but it is way more pettier stuff. Like, okay, slight spoilers for... no, not really a spoiler. It's about the shipping community.
Oh, yeah, for like Yang and Blake and all
Yang
that.
and Blake.
Yeah, Bumblebee.
Yeah, Bumblebee. Like, flipping shit over that. And, just these really petty things. I've seen people hating on Birds of Prey, which I'm sure has problems.
Yeah.
Because every movie has a problem of some sort, except Scary Godmother, which is the perfect film. Where it's just fucking like, this is too feminist. Well, it's a group of women getting power back.
And
as they were thrown to the curb.
God, what a bunch of fucking toxic masculinity bullshit. I hate that, honestly. It's like, how small does your dick have to be when you feel threatened by something that's made up, basically?
How small does your dick have to be like, but women aren't strong? They can be, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You had to find out this way.
They can be strong, and they're clearly stronger than you are.
It's true. I always think about those people when it comes to like the first Metroid, when it's revealed Samus is a woman, if their head would just explode when they saw that.
Right.
Or my brother, he doesn't know if this person was joking or not, because conversations about movies have hit that point where it's hard to tell.
Sadly, yes.
But it was for the Black Widow like Super Bowl trailer.
Oh, they finally released a trailer for it?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
And someone was apparently getting really pissy that she was with a bunch of women. It's like, hey, do you remember the flashback to when Black Widow was in training and was surrounded by other women?
Yeah, literally in the other Marvel movies.
Wow, what a surprise that she's with other women in a women's, assassin school.
Yeah, wow. It's like, I love that too, where like people like that in the movies, like, oh, it's SJW propaganda. I'm like, you do realize that the comics they were based on were super progressive like that, yeah?
Honestly. And this also, I can tie back to Lindsay too, of, I'm not saying like, oh, well, if you hate anything that's progressive, you're dumb. There are clearly just companies who are like, let's throw this in because the gays will like it. Like how LeFou in Beauty and the Beast was gay in one scene.
Yeah, and they were making such a huge deal of it too. Like, it'll be Disney's first overtly gay character, and it's literally like a scene that's like a second long of him embracing another guy.
Yeah.
Nothing else in the movie hinted at that or joked at that. It was just that scene. And the suits were probably patting themselves in the back. They were probably so proud of themselves, like, yeah, we did it.
Or even the fucking, like, how Belle is super feminist. Look, she made a washing machine.
Yeah, that's right? Man, she's so strong and very pro-feminism. Oh, guys, I made a washing machine. Okay, when does that ever come to play again? Never.
She's teaching women how to read, in Beauty and the Beast. A story that was released in a magazine for women.
Yeah, exactly! The irony of that.
There are points where you can be like, yeah, this is the problem. This isn't helpful. This is just stupid and trying to get in good graces, in a sense.
Yeah, they're basically pandering to audiences, or they're pandering to that demographic to try to get them to accept their movie. It's like, hey, look at us! Look at how progressive we're being! It's like, no, you're not.
But couldn't that apply for any studio film? Well, they could have also gotten a director who actually does want to tell that story.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a hard topic to talk about because someone will always bring up another example.
Yeah.
But it just annoys me in video essays when it's just... Because it is an outrage machine of anything that comes up is feminist propaganda. This is especially true for fucking video games.
Oh, dear Lord. I hate it when that happens. It's like, we have a female lead. Oh, it's SJW propaganda. Jesus Christ. It's like, go back to your fucking Call of Duty or some shit. Fuck off.
The reason Ghostbusters 2016 sucked is because it was all women. No, it was just poorly written.
I was gonna say that was more just the production was kind of incompetent. So I think the leads did the best with what they were given, which was not very good.
Even if you made them all men, guess what? That movie still wouldn't have been funny.
As I say, a good actor can only do, or I guess, a good actor can only do so much with a bad script. Like, kind of not their fault in that case.
Yeah, there's only like 3 actors who can make a bad script good. One of them's dead, so...
Who are you referring to?
Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Even Robin Williams was in bad movies, though.
He was in bad movies, but he had such a charm to him, and like I know a lot of directors did just let him improvise because that was his, like, he was just the improv king. So
it's true.
Like in fucking, I think it was Good Morning Vietnam, where they recorded the radio scene, they just let him improvise all of that and just rolled the cameras.
I know most of Aladdin was improvised, and oh boy, the animators fucking hated that.
Yeah. But it turned out great, at least in the original Aladdin.
Darn, I'm trying to think of who the third person would be, because second would be Tim Curry, because he's
Tim Curry.
Great in everything.
Yep.
Maybe Willem Dafoe or Nick Cage.
I was thinking
Nick Cage can be boring.
He can be boring, yes, but when he's allowed to be over the top, that's when he can make shit enjoyable.
But if you want more class, Willem Dafoe and his massive dick.
Yeah. Don't know if I should say that on air.
What, that Willem Dafoe has a massive penis?
No, that I looked up what his dick looks like, and... yeah,
Is it?
It's big, but I was a bit underwhelmed for everyone saying, man, he has such a massive fucking dong.
Where in Antichrist they had to get him a stand-in because apparently it would have been too jarring for audiences.
I think the director said that... because the exact quote is fucking hilarious from Lars von Trier. Like, he was confused by how big it was, or something he said.
Yeah, it would confuse audiences. I was actually surprisingly talking about this today.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, if the scene did get in with Willem Dafoe's dick, it would, at the red carpet event, he would have just been sitting there and got a big shit-eating grin as it came on screen.
Right. Yeah, this is the quote here. It said, you can say in the film, blah, 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 all that was kind of when he could read, blah, 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 blah. I wouldn't let him treat her in any other way than with his dick. He has an enormous dick, but that maybe I took also, he's extremely well equipped. We kind of had to take the scenes out of the film. We had to stand in for him. We had to take the scenes out with his own dick. And the interviewer says, you had a stand-in dick? You had to have a stand-in dick for Willem Dafoe? And Lars von Trier said, yes, we had to have, because Will's own was too big. Too big to fit the screen? Laughing. No, too big because everybody got very confused when they saw it. People would get intimidated, apparently. It's fucking hilarious. So yeah, segueing from Willem Dafoe's penis.
Yeah. There is what is he still called the Third Pew, or did he change his?
I don't know, actually.
I need to check, because he used to be a vlogger, and now I guess he still technically vlogs, but I don't know where to put him. Nathan Zed. That's his name. Which, one thing I fucking love is he did a video where it was him doing a parody of Ned's Declassified to talk about how to survive college.
Ah.
And the person who played Ned in Ned's Declassified saw that and actually did an interview with him.
Oh, that's cool.
It is really weird though because Ned still has the same face he had when he was like 11.
Oh, really? He's kind of like a fucking what's
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling, yeah, where like he kind of never ages.
Yeah, but Ryan Gosling was weird because he has a 20-something face when he's 15.
Yeah, right?
Ned still has his teenage face and he's like 20-something.
That's great. Nice.
But, he did a video essay on Sky High.
Okay.
Talking about why it's a good film. And he pointed something out that is also very true and does slightly annoy me with video essays is a lot of people use it just to shit on movies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some things do just need a longer explanation on why they didn't work.
Exactly.
Lindsay's essay on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
That's a very well thought out essay and looks into where things went wrong.
Yes.
The Sherlock one works, but there are some, like, going back to the Shark Tale one I brought up. It's like, you're just saying that movie to shit on it. Or even the clickbait ones where it's like, let me think of what's popular. Dr. Stone, the anime, is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure one of those video essays is in the works.
And fucking, that's the thing, too. It's like, a lot of times it's shitting on things that are popular. It's like, it's not even something that deserves criticism. It's just, this is popular, so I'm going to hate on it because, it'll get views.
Yeah. Or it's like one of those essays where it's like, I'm looking at my movie show. The Crow isn't the masterpiece you remember.
Yeah, no.
It's like, this classic is actually bad. And again, these classics can be bad. It's just sometimes it's not a good explanation. It's like, this isn't as good as a movie that's made 30 years later.
It's like, yeah, no shit.
No shit. Do you realize that this movie had to be made to make that movie?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, they didn't have the same technology as they did back then that they do nowadays. So, have you ever edited on a film thing? No? Didn't think so.
And he was just pointing out, like, oh no, we dug up this movie from your childhood. It's bad. Why not look into something that's like that you watched as a kid and then enjoyed and forgot about?
Exactly. Why not have a positive thing? Why is it always gotta be negative? Why is it always this is actually bad?
Which I think that somewhat circles back to us in one congratulatory motion.
Yeah.
Congratulatory motion. Like in our fuck no list, why we were saying like we don't want to just cover bad movies.
Yeah.
It's so boring.
Yeah, it's like we're literally doing this show to watch more films and maybe, either A, watch ones that we never got around to, like me with a lot of 80s classics, or B, maybe find a hidden gem or two.
Yeah. And like with Flatliners, we thought we were getting into something bad, but we didn't know that when Cameron first added it to the list and then fucked everything up. Justin, you did the episode. You can't be bitter still. Yes, I can. Also, just so I can get it on record, we completely missed the irony of a movie from our past. Well, something from our past coming back to haunt us in a movie about people being haunted by their past.
Yeah. Whoops.
Right over our heads.
Oopsie poopsies. But
That's why we want to cover good movies.
Yeah, it's just we don't actively go out seeking something bad just for views. It's like, no, we want to actually take a movie, watch it, and then review it. Like and say why it's good, why we loved it, why we didn't like it. It's simple as that.
And like, me and you could put Vertigo on the wheel, shit on it.
No.
But what's the point?
Yeah.
If you like Vertigo, good for you.
Yeah.
We didn't.
No, it's one of those quote-unquote classic movies I couldn't stand, but I don't even think it's that I don't want to talk about it. I think it's just that I simply don't want to sit through the film again.
That's also true. Actually, because we've made Wheels all the way in fucking soon we'll have Wheels reaching the next decade, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, don't worry, we still have to finish the ABC Wheel of Animation.
We do. But I was like looking on Netflix and I saw some movies that are on future Wheels.
Uh-huh.
But I know they're very emotionally heavy, and I'm like, I might just wait on this because I don't want to watch the movie and then worry about watching it again.
That's fair. Like, which emotionally heavy movies are on there that you know of?
On a layer wheel, there is You Were Never Really Here. And we need to talk about Kevin.
Oh, that's supposed to be sad?
It's emotionally heavy. It may not be sad, but it's fucking heavy.
It's like that one war movie that we found out that the animated one that looked really interesting to me.
Oh yeah, the one that was a documentary.
Yeah, it was a mix of like live action documentary and animation, because whenever he talked about a flashback, they actually animated what he saw and the flashback, and it looked fascinating. I think we did end up passing on it, but it looked fascinating, but at the same time it's like, God, that's some heavy fucking shit there, man.
Yeah, it's the same reason I don't want to watch the movie Climax, because all I hear about is that it's fucking disturbing and it's really hard to sit through, but it's also really good.
Same with fucking Ichi the Killer.
Oh yeah, I know people who are horror fans who had to step out on the movie because it was like just to catch their breath because it was too much.
Yeah, it's like, people who actively watch horror movies and, like a lot of gore and all that, it's like they actually had to, like, physically stop it and walk out for a second. It's like, fuck, man.
Yeah, that's just been happening. Fuck, we got really off topic.
Oh well, it's fine. These kind of are more off topic episodes, anyways. They're much more loose than our regular episodes.
Off topic still has topic in the phrase title thing. The off topic wheels. Oh man.
Is there anything else we want to talk about, or should we end it?
I think if you do get into video essays, watch Movies with Mikey and Captain Christian. And the reason I'm saying that is, if you want to make them, try making stuff like that for the reason of we need some more positivity. Mm-hmm. It's very easy to make a video essay that's just shitting on something.
Yeah.
And it's a lot harder to make something about something you love and still making it interesting.
Yeah, like the Edgar Wright one. That obviously was a labor of love, because Edgar Wright is fucking fantastic.
Well, Movies with Mikey is really interesting because I had to watch it for my cult film class. And I realized that what's happening is he's giving... Mikey gives basically cult subtext to mainstream film.
Huh.
Because, in a cult film, there's a bunch of undertones or sometimes deeper meanings in a way. Mm-hmm. And those can be in mainstream films. It's just what he's covering stuff like Dark Knight and big blockbusters.
Yeah.
So it's actually really interesting to see him do that. His Dark Knight one sounds like a bad video essay, but it's actually really well done. Where it's it's the stereotype thing of, is the bad guy actually the good guy?
Yeah.
But the way he covers it is actually interesting. It makes you think for a second, like, well, wait, that is technically the truth. Mm-hmm. Or that is one way to read the film.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, that was that, so...
hopefully, next time we will be back with Guilty... Well, next is...
Guilty Crown, yeah, you're right, okay.
Well, next is a movie.
Yeah. It's has something to do with cats and how they're black.
Why you gotta make it a black thing?
Yeah, we'll be back with Kira Neko.
When we could make it a black and white thing.
Yeah, it's Kira Neko, guys.
It's Kira Neko.
Probably tell by the tone of our voice that we didn't really enjoy it, but we'll get to that, and you can hear our thoughts on that next time.
Sorry in advance.
Yeah.
But then after that, we will hopefully get back with Guilty Crown, get through that, and then we can finally talk about Hannibal Season 3.
Yeah, I'm excited for both those. I'm excited to rewatch Guilty Crown, and I'm excited to find out what Hannibal Season 3 has in store.
Yeah, honestly.
Because again, the first half is original content, and the second half is an adaptation of Red Dragon. So
exactly. But I've seen Red Dragon. It was such a meh film.
Yeah, Manhunt. If you're going by movies, Manhunter is a much better film than Red Dragon.
It's hurt. Well, Manhunter wasn't on Netflix. What do you want from me?
Wait, Red Dragon was on Netflix?
Yeah, it was like last year.
I didn't know that. Huh. Okay.
That's how I watched it. Or it was on HBO, I forget. One, two.
But yeah, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for tuning in, and yeah, thanks for your fucking support and all that. Pretty soon we'll be coming up on...
Yeah, see you next time.
Yeah, I think Kira Neko was, 46? Yeah, so...
No, Flatliners was 46. Kira Neko is 48.
So yeah, we're getting close to the 51, which is a movie we enjoy. So stay tuned for that too.
Okay, anyway, see you guys later.